Hello everyone, welcome back to Talking Reds. What if? What if episode 2? What if Liverpool win the Premier League? What does that say about the legacies of the players and Arne
Mhm.
Slot? Van Dijk, Salah, these players that are being put up there in terms of best players of all time in the Premier League. Does winning another Premier League add to their, will add to their legacy, but will it add to their arguments and debates into these debates with other centre-backs and other wingers? We don't like to add team trophies on, but a lot of people do. A
Yeah.
lot of rivals do. So let's see if they add team trophies in when it comes to Liverpool fans, Liverpool players in these debates. Also, what does it also say about Arne Slot being his first season and the comparison to Arteta? Mikel
hmm
Arteta, who's been there for 5 years and he hadn't won apart from the FA Cup. Is he a better manager because of his won in the first season? Let's answer this question right now. If you've got an answer, get it in the comments. Harmony, how much of an impact does winning another Premier League, if Liverpool were to win it this season, have on these player debates? Number one.
Okay, let me go on the record and say this. For me, I don't look at I don't count trophies, and I look at two when it comes to players' legacy or players' ability to do what they do on the pitch. 1 second. I'll be back in 1 second. 1 second.
Sorry, mate. So I think we need to distinguish the difference between abilities and legacies as well, because when we talk about the best Premier League players, the best midfielder that's ever played in the Premier League, best English player, Steven Gerrard is always going to be our top, especially Liverpool fans. And we're going to be honest about this. We're top ability, the best all-round midfielder I've ever seen. He should be in the debates with Zidane, Xavi, and Iniesta. Those sort of debates. Unfortunately, he is in debates with people like Scholes and Lampard, and Scholes is definitely up there, but he shouldn't be in debates with Lampard. But legacies, I think the word I'm trying to just justify the word between legacies and abilities, because Steven Gerrard for me is the best all-round midfielder I've ever seen in my life,
Mm.
especially in the Premier League. Definitely the best midfielder. But his legacy is not. We just spoke about it in the last episode, didn't we? His legacy is not what it wanted to be.
Yeah,
Where if we win another Premier League title for these Van Dijks and Salahs, their legacy is only just getting better and better.
100%, 100%. And I think that's what I was gonna say. But for me, like, I don't look at that. 'Cause I feel like when you look at trophies, that's a team's thing. You know what I mean? Like, if your team is
Mm.
not great, you can't do nothing about it. Doesn't matter how good you are, you can't do nothing about it. Prime example, Messi. Look how long it took him to win an international trophy. It wasn't that he wasn't good enough. It's just the people
Mm.
around him could not pull the weight. He had to fully carry this team, just like Steven Gerrard had to carry Liverpool for years and years and years. And sometimes it takes a toll on you, and you need people around you to help you out. You can't do it by yourself. You know what I mean? It's not tennis. You know what I mean? Tennis, you can kind of
Team
yourself.
sport.
That's
It's team
yeah.
sport. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's a
it's a
team
team
sport.
sport. So that's why I don't really count. That's why when people talk about when people bring up trophies and all these things, I'm just like, yeah, it's a great thing to bring up, but when you're talking about ability, it has nothing to do with the trophies that they won. You know, if you brought up the like individual trophies that they won, that's the whole different argument because they won them because of what they did, not because of what the team did. It's because of what they did. So I feel like that's where I kind of differ with that. But to answer your question, I feel like it will be one of those ones where with Van Dijk, it will be one of those ones where now you can kind of look at it and be like, okay, cool. Rio, Terry, Yapstan, who else is there? Vidic. You can kind of look at him and be like,
Adams,
okay,
Campbell. Yeah, yeah.
Adams, Campbell, yeah. Um, you can kind of look at him like, okay, now he's really sitting up there with these guys. Now it's like there's no really a debate. Now you kind of have to look at who's really the best, Terry, Rio, or Van Dijk. You know what I mean? Like that's where it really comes down to. Because I feel like because he has one Premier League, people kind of brush it off because they'll be like, oh yeah, but he only had one. But now if you say he
Yeah.
has two, and let's just say for example he adds a Champions League behind it as well. Now he can sit there. I got two Premier Leagues. I got two Champions League. I got this FA Cup. I got this. Let's talk. My ability on the ball, my ability defending, my IQ and everything like it stands with you guys. What do you have to say against me now? So I feel like that's the only thing that people use against Van Dijk. Yeah, but there's only one Premier League. Rio has done it this many times. Terry has done it this many times. once he adds the second one, I feel like now he can kind of talk up a little bit more. Even though he can talk up now, and
Yeah. In terms of abilities, yeah.
yeah, and obviously us as Liverpool fans will say that yes, he is up there with these guys because of what we see on the pitch and how he performs. And the Van Dijk in his prime was just,
The level, the
yeah,
level,
the level was,
yeah.
we have never seen something like that in the Premier League. Let's just be honest, we have never seen something like that in the Premier League. In his prime, in his pump, there was no defender came even close. There was no debate. There was no debate. It was Van Dijk, and then lower down here is like everybody else. That's how much it was. Strikers used to fear coming against Van Dijk. They used to be fearing, damn, like, I'm going against Van Dijk today. I'll be lucky to get a touch. I'll be lucky to even get past him. I'll be lucky to get a shot. That's how good he was. He had strikers literally petrified to play against him. You know what I mean? So you can say the same thing with Terry and Rio, but the way that Van Dijk did it, it was different. It was just so different. He went through a whole year without a player dribbling past him. Like a player could not literally get past him. They couldn't. That's crazy.
He doesn't
That's
even break
crazy.
sweat though. That's the thing. He doesn't even break sweat.
Exactly. So I'm saying,
And it never really tries to make tackles. He doesn't need to make tackles.
no.
He sort of wins mind games, but he stands off them to the point where he makes the attacker make the decision.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're doing there, the attacker doesn't know what to do. Do I try dribble past this guy? Do I try shoot? Do I try pass it off? Because
Yeah.
right now, attackers expect you to either come in or drop off completely. But this
Mm-hmm.
guy sits off like a yard or something like that. And it's like he's not decided whether he's staying back or
Mm-hmm.
he's coming to here. So that makes the attacker think, what do I actually do here? What do I
Yeah,
do
what
here?
did you do? Yeah.
And I've not seen anyone defend like that in the Premier League. I've seen like players like Maldini and Nesta and Cannavaro across the
Mm-hmm.
leagues that have been just as good. I don't think like Ramos and Pure defended like that. They were more
Yeah.
like monsters sort of thing in the air and stuff. Um, I've never looked at a centre back and thought, wow, I'd love to play like that in that position. It's not like to Terry though. Terry used to put his body in the line. Remember that
Yeah.
time he sort of saved it with his head on
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
floor?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
He was
Exactly.
an absolute beast, was Terry.
He was a beast. I can't lie. Terry was he was one of those defenders that he would die on that pitch. Like you knew,
Oh yeah,
he
oh
would
yeah,
fully die on that pitch.
oh yeah.
That's how gritty and determined that he was. Like he was just a monster. When you went up against Terry, you knew you were going up for a fight because
Yeah,
he will the tackles he will put
he's
in.
top of your game. He needs to be on top of your
Yeah,
game.
like, he'll make it such a grimy and dirty game because he won't let you, you know what I mean? He won't let you breathe. So that is and that's not me saying that Terry and Rio are not on Van Dijk's level or they haven't achieved something close to what Van Dijk did. But I'm just saying from my pure eyes, from what I saw Van Dijk do in
Yeah,
that season was just
yeah.
mind blowing, you know. So yeah, so I feel like
But
adding
in terms
that,
of his legacy, I think
yeah,
legacy is more like ability and
mhm.
achievements together.
And
I
achievements as
think
well
that's
as
his
well.
legacy.
Yeah, yeah.
So like ability,
So
it's different. Who was the best player you've ever seen? Van Dijk. Who was the best midfielder you've ever seen? Gerrard. But
mhm.
unfortunately, Gerrard doesn't have the legacy of Scholes or doesn't have the legacy of Lampard because the
Lampard, yeah.
team achievements needs to go with it. And he did have individual achievements though, Gerrard, by the way. He had way more individual achievements than anyone out there.
Mhm.
You know, he made the FIFA Pro 11 like was it 3, 4 times, I think, like something like that.
Yeah.
And he came third in a Ballon d'Or.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so Salah, what does it say for Salah as well in his legacy? Obviously, he's already
Uh,
getting talked up there with Henry in terms of ability and the best player I've ever seen. But if he were to win another Premier League, that is only him and Henry left in it. Do you think in terms
yeah.
of that legacy?
I think it would be. I don't think he. Okay, I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm gonna say this as a pure football player and who I've seen in the Premier League as the best. Henry's there. Like
Henry,
I can't
yeah,
say
yeah, yeah,
say that.
yeah,
Exactly. I
yeah,
can't say
yeah,
it. I'm
yeah.
sorry. And I'm a Liverpool fan.
No,
I just have to
yeah,
respect what this guy was when he was he was
oh yeah,
different.
oh yeah.
He was different. I feel like the only player that could have challenged him if he stayed in the Premier League for longer and he won things is Suarez because Suarez was, yeah,
Elite,
everyone.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I get that, yeah, yeah, I get that, yeah,
I feel like he's the one guy that could have challenged Henry for that title if he stayed in the Premier League longer and he won the Premier League and he's done what he did. So I feel like he's the only guy. But with Salah now, I feel like he'll be in a conversation to say, could he be the best? But I still feel like it will be one of those where everyone will still also say Henri. It'll always be Henri, even though he
Yeah,
could be in
unless he
that
does it again for
conversation.
another. If he
Yeah,
stays on for another 2 seasons, does it again and again,
yeah,
then yeah, I get it. It definitely in
mm,
the conversation though. I think if he was to win that in terms of legacy anyway,
yeah,
ability, I think Army was better as ability player over Salah. I'm not saying
yeah,
Salah's nowhere near him, but I think
mhm,
he's close to him. But I think
yeah,
Army, like you said, Suarez is probably near ability wise
yeah,
in this league. Gerrard and Rooney up there as well for my in terms of what I've seen ability wise.
yeah,
But if you were to win the Premier League and maybe go into next year and win more, I think that legacy sort of, especially when you've got a Champions League at Liverpool as well. 'Cause, Arne didn't win a Champions League at Arsenal. I
Arsenal,
think that
yeah,
legacy in this league for Salah would be matched with Henry's, especially when he's
mm,
breaking his record as well. I think that comes into it as well,
yeah,
especially
comes into
goals
his
and
own, yeah, yeah,
assists
yeah, yeah,
records come into it. Obviously, like Shearer's not going to be caught in terms of goals, so he's got like the
no,
greatest goal legacy,
no,
but
no, no.
unfortunately, don't win enough as well, and want playing for a bigger team to do enough to be in
Yeah,
that conversation, the top five or whatever.
mm,
But Salah, I think if he wins this season, he's definitely in the conversation for me, and I think it is him and RV top two greatest
yeah.
Premier League players ever,
I think he'll
because of that.
definitely cement that right hand side. And when it comes to talking about the old time Premier League
Oh
11,
yeah, that's
there'll
not
be
even a
no
debate
debate
for
that
me.
he, yeah, that's him. I feel people only do it now because they say Ronaldo has 3 Premier Leagues and all of this, or they'll say
He did win
Beckham
the Ballon
because
d'Or that season, Ronaldo,
yeah,
but I think Salah got robbed of a Ballon d'Or, if I'm honest. Salah didn't get in top 30
mhm,
in Ballon d'Or for some reason. So
yeah,
there's something
that's
not right
weird.
about that.
Yeah, that's something weird. That's weird. I
Let's
don't
see
know
Salah
why.
get Ballon d'Or this year, next year then. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
The way it's
Let's see
going,
if
the
he
way it's
look.
going.
If we continue, he's on track to score to have 60 GAs, 60 GAs. So that's goal and assist. He's on track. The way he's going, he's on track to have that, and he could be on track to match his best season for Liverpool, which was his first season when he got here. He's on track to do that. But now let's just see if he can. But in terms of his legacy for the Premier League, there will be no longer debate when it comes to him, Ronaldo, who is it, Beckham. Who else that played on the right hand side that the
On
people
the
compare
right,
him to?
the ones I can remember, probably Ian Robin went to the right,
Yeah, but he didn't stay for that long. He wasn't here for that long for me to put him up there.
Perez at Arsenal.
Perez, but didn't Perez play on the left?
I thought Lundberg played on, I don't know, actually, I can't remember. Did Lundberg play
Um,
on the right? Lundberg might have played right then.
um,
I
let's
stopped
just say
since,
for
I
example,
slept since. Oh,
yeah, let's just say for Saka. Let's just say Saka for example. He wouldn't. There will not be like there'll
don't
be
get
no
Arsenal
debate.
fans gassed. He should not
Yeah,
be in this
yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
Don't get Arsenal
That
fans.
yeah, I don't know what she was thinking. I love lovely lady. I watch her Arsenal fan TV. She's brilliant at what she does. But that comment when she made it,
Soccer,
and the fact that no one
soccer.
said anything. Yeah, no one said anything. It was almost like no.
I haven't seen Cecil. I ain't seen Cecil since, and I'm not letting him get away with that. I'll still keep up with that. I ain't seen Cecil since. He's due to come on. He's due to
God.
come on, and I'm
Yeah,
mentioning that.
yeah,
The
yeah.
guy
So
soccer.
well, kind of suck. I'm like, nah, sorry, that darling. Let's just stop. Let's not do that, please. Don't embarrass yourself.
Oh
Um,
god.
yeah. So yeah,
Oh, but
nah, yeah,
a quick one on Arne Slot before we go home. A quick one on Arne Slot.
yeah.
Arteta's been in this league for 5 years, and he gets mocked that he hadn't really properly challenged. He challenged last season and the season before, and he's not won the league yet.
Hmm.
But if Arne Slot comes in and wins it the first season, what does that say about his legacy in the Premier League?
Um,
Arteta's
I think it will affect his legacy if he doesn't win anything at all. Let's say at all, he doesn't win nothing at all in the league or in the Premier League or in the domestic leagues competitions. Yeah, it'll be one of those ones where Arsenal fans can't defend him anymore. There's no defense for him. You know what I mean? There'll be no defense because especially let's just say this. Let's say Liverpool wins the league, Chelsea finishes above them because right now Chelsea's above them right now. Chelsea finished above them. They finished third, and they don't win anything. I'm sorry. There is no there's no excuse. There's no reason that or a reasonable thing that an Arsenal fan can tell me
will
to
probably
to make sense of why he needs to stay.
is in the
That's
conversation. Yeah, yeah. They'll
there's
probably
no
see like a
conversation.
24-hour League Gunner stream of celebrations.
Yeah,
I feel like League Gunner at this point is actually cheering Liverpool on. just so Arne Slot wins in his first season.
Yeah.
He can't stand Mikel Arteta. I think Liga is cheering Arne Slot on the moment to win
Yeah.
it,
I'm telling
just
you.
to show Arsenal fans up. But
Yeah.
yeah, Arne Slot he's already made a huge impact on it. Whether he wins the Premier League or not, I think he's the right man that came into Liverpool and has made
Yeah.
a huge, I won't say shift, but I think he's really he's made us believe again. A little bit like Klopp did, but he has made us believe again. We're going to talk about backing another time, but I don't really want to talk about FSG but not backing him, but I think he can win us the title. I said the exact same at Klopp when I saw Klopp after I think about 2 months of watching Klopp football.
Yeah.
And that was when he had a poor team. And I said to the gym I used to go to, the gym owner was a Man United fan. I said to him, this guy will win us the title. And he
Yeah.
just laughed in my face. He laughed in my face. I said, he won this title. I've seen enough in his style play. And I think it's the right thing. He just needs the players.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel the same way about Arne Slot.
Yeah.
I feel like if he's getting the right team, he can win us the title.
100%.
I think he can win the title this season, even when he's less short.
If he gets backing in January.
If he gets back in the
Because,
Champions, then my
yeah.
percentage of hope of winning the league
Yeah, it
definitely
goes
goes up
up
from like
even
20%
more.
to 8%.
That midfield
But I
needs
still think we
one
can
more
win
back.
it. I think we still can win it just because
Yeah.
our Man City playing and Arsenal dropping points.
Mm-hmm.
I still think we can win it, but I think that signing in January could be massive. But
Yeah.
what if Liverpool, guys, what if Liverpool were to win the league this season? What does it say about your teams? For a rival watching this, what does that say about your manager? What does that say about your players? And what legacy does it leave for Liverpool players like such as Van Dijk, Alisson, Becker in terms of keepers as well? We didn't talk about Alisson Becker being the best keeper ever. Mohamed Salah's his legacy. What does it say about Arne Slot and his ability to come in and do this as well?
Yeah.
What if, guys? What if we won the Premier League? Keep dreaming, guys, because it's a possibility this season. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, notification bells on. We've got content out every single day. Have a great weekend. This is, by the way, this is recorded before Fulham. So if it comes out after Fulham, we don't know the Fulham score. Just for context, in case just because we haven't talked about it, and we don't know what the results of the other. So this is recorded before Fulham, and it's coming out after Fulham tomorrow night, hopefully. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of the weekend because it is Saturday night now. Have a great rest of the weekend and enjoy your time as Reds.